Okay, good evening, guys. Follow up to the Enfield debacle, 2007 Royal Enfield 500cc Bullet Electra X with the AVL lean burn engine. It's about 8:30 on this beautiful sunny evening. All the normal sane people have gone home for dinner or bed or whatever they do. And obviously I thought, what better way than to spend it sorting out this little disaster. Obviously I have support, so I'll be all right. Okay, so where we're at. Basically, follow up to the last video is we were at a stage of the tappet guides were removed, which is down here. These two bad boys were removed. I had the decompression lifter off. So this was all done with the special tools. I realised I didn't actually mention what they were called. I just called them special tools. So I'll try and add that in a link to the listing, to the video, so that you can find out yourself. So, recap on where we were at. I managed to get all of these out. The spindles out, the timing gears out. Obviously they just slide off. Inlet and exhaust slide off. I can show that now actually. If I just push that up, they literally just slide off like that, you see. So you just pull them towards you. This is obviously the worm drive for the oil pump. Sorry, funny angle there. And obviously behind that goes the timing pinion, which isn't currently in situ at the minute because I need to take it to the workshop, take it to the bike shop, part shop, whatever you call it, and get a new wood rough key, because mine, I don't know if you can see that in there. Maybe if I remove the timing gears gently. So I just pop them down there for the moment. There you go. You can see a bit better now. Take the exhaust timing gear off as well. There you go. You see your wood rough key slot there. So I'll just try and put that in some sense of order. Okay. So then we've got the new one, the new timing pinion. Okay. 2 dots on the back, I believe, just tell you the grade of or size of it. 2 dots on the front, so you've got to fit it this way out. That's quite critical, because those 2 little dots on there are going to match up with your timing gears when you get to putting them back on. So yeah, obviously, as per earlier video, wood rough key sheared off in mine, so I need to get a new wood rough key to pop in there, to pop in here. That will go on like so. I'll have my reverse counterintuitive worm gear for the pump. And then obviously corresponding to the dots, as I just mentioned, these will then go back into situ. Like I say, when I actually work out, I'll just put them there loosely for now. And that'll give you an idea of what you should be looking at here when you've rebuilt it. Okay, so all of that said, I'll just whip them off again. Oh, mind you don't lose the washers. They're quite important. So where we were at as of close of play yesterday, we had all of these out. So the tappets were out. My left one, my inlet was actually snapped off as per. This was off. The guides were out. And the cam spindles were out, all using the special tools which I mentioned. Okay, then I had a bit of a panic on, because Royal Enfield and the manual and all that recommend using a press to push these guides back in, the tappet guides and the spindles. So they need to be pressed in. Now, obviously, for that to happen, I would need the engine out of the frame. I don't have that currently. and I would probably have needed to split the crank. I'm trying to avoid that because I don't actually need to do it. So after trawling a little bit of the good people of YouTube, and very helpful they are too, I found that you could simply drive these in using the old school approach of a hammer. So what I actually did, which I don't know if you want to use it or not, I actually used part of the special tool that you use to pull them out to put them back in. Give me 2 seconds and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, so that's your tappet guide removal tool. Usually it's all in one piece. Obviously I've taken it apart just for now. The bit I'm going to use is this bit, the internal bit, that you can take out of that lump driver and bolt. Okay, and then similar to when you're removing the tappet guides, you just simply pop them over, screw them down. I won't do it now because I've got my tappets in the way. Screw it down till it locates. Make sure obviously it's all the way down on the thread. Don't be bashing it on top of the thread, because obviously that will knacker your thread pretty substantially. So yeah, wind that on until it reaches home. Then get your old trusty Royal Enfield approved press. It might look like a ball peen hammer, but it is obviously a press. And just gently, and obviously watching out for the piston, etc. I covered mine with a little dirty rag to give it a bit of protection. You just drive it home gently, tap, 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 tap. Now, I found that when I got quite far down before it had made it home, I ran out of space on that bad boy. So I just got a bloody great bolt. That's the institute. So yeah, bloody great bolt. Located it on there. Tap the top. Okay? Ball peen hammer. Do it gently. Take your time. You'll be just grand. And I don't know exactly. I took a photo, and that's another thing I'll mention actually. I've taken photos as I've gone through sort of dismantling. I find them really helpful, especially if you're kind of like me, doing it piecemeal, in between jobs, in between work, on weekends, so on and so forth. Mainly because it's something to come back to later. I found from my photos that the tappet guides were slightly overhatted here and here, to about that measurement. I didn't actually take the measurement. I've just tapped them till they're kind of sitting home. These are located nicely. They're floating up and down. Happy days. I dribbled a bit of oil down through the tappet guides. I oiled up the tappets themselves before I put them in. Just a bit of lubrication, I guess. I don't know if you're supposed to do that, but that's what I did. So then that's all located. Decomp lifter put back in. And crucially, I don't know if you can see that, little split pin, little circlip even, pop round the top. So they're all back on. Apparently, these Hitchcock's tappets are stronger than the originals. I don't know. I just bought what was available. So I've gone for that. Okay, all that done. Then on to the spindles. Again, press required. So obviously I did a bit more YouTubing and I used my press again. This is quite delicate, so take your time. Make sure you get, what's critical is you get those sat in on the right lines. It's not completely exact. There's a little bit of village you can see. There's a bit of a gap in them. There's just a slight machining error there. Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, just take your time, level it up, oil up the end that's going into the crank casing, and just gently tap it home until you hear it make that audible sound that says it's located. Don't hit it too hard. Mind how you tap these, because obviously they do have an effect. I think they are oil feeds. Someone will tell me, I'm sure, if I've got it completely wrong. Just take your time. It seems to have located fine. There's no wobble in these at all. Sometimes they say oversizing them. I think you can buy them off Hitchcock's or anywhere else, eBay. Yeah, sometimes you oversize them. This bike's done 11,500 miles, so I figure oversizing it might be for a bike that's had a little bit more abuse than mine has. I don't know. We will see. It might tell me that I made a big mistake when it comes to another rebuild down the road. Hopefully we won't get to that, but hey ho, let's see. So yeah, there you have it. Really, need to get a wood rough key for that. Obviously, I've cleaned up all the barrel faces. Going to use well seal, gasket. On we go. Hopefully that won't take me too long. One other thing to note that I had problems with the timing gears. So my old timing gear, if I just grab it for you, my old exhaust timing gear lost 2 teeth in the tappet catastrophe. So no good really. Well, no good at all. It's junk now, unless someone can tell me otherwise. So I needed a new one. Unfortunately, they were quite hard to find. Part stockists didn't seem to have any exhaust cam gears. They have the inlet, they don't have the exhaust. Don't know why. Checked the other day, again, similar issues. Don't seem to have any. So we can get inlets, no problem at all. But exhaust, not sure why. I managed, not sure why they're not available, but I can't seem to find any. So managed to get a bit of luck. Found a second-hand one on eBay. Keep doing that. Managed to count all the teeth and the dots, critically the timing dots on the face there, the 2 and the 1, were correct, as was this feed hole. So I'm assuming it's off an older bike. It might be off an Iron Barrel. It's definitely Enfield. Don't know exactly, but either way, it seems to be fitting quite nicely. It fits in all the channels. It locates on the gears. The spots are all in the right place. So happy days. I can't remember exactly how much it cost me now. It wasn't ridiculously expensive. It certainly wasn't memorably expensive. So, you know, shop around, guys, see what you can find. Hopefully you have a bit more luck than me finding the gear. But yeah, that's one to note. Okay, any questions, get in touch. Hopefully this is all helping. I know it would have helped me, as it's taken me a lot of fact finding to get to this point. But we are finally putting bits back on. We have stopped taking bits off, which is fantastic. Don't get despondent. You can find a way to do it. I got a bit despondent at multiple junctions on this one. But yeah, it's a great feeling when you get there and you're starting to rebuild and it's all going well. Fingers crossed we should be out riding before too long with any luck. All right, until the next video. Cheers.